I'm so sad. Like, I'm really, really sad. The cost of living in this country, tell me why it is so high that we can barely afford it. Like, things are too costly. Things are too costly. Even food, you cannot afford to get the basic things, the basic food that you used to get before. Why? Ah, 10,000 naira is now nothing. 100,000 naira is now doing like 10,000 naira. This is very sad. Now, taking a step to the people that are sick, kidney disease warriors. See, this is the wrongest time to be sick. This is the very wrongest time to be sick. Imagine these people paying 150,000 naira a week just to save their life. 150,000 naira a week. How many of us can afford that? How many people in this country? Mind you, this country is either you are poor or you are rich, and more like above 90% of the population are poor. 50,000 naira per session of dialysis. These people, they have family, they have they have children. Do you understand? They have to eat. They have to eat. Their family have to eat, and then they also have to ensure they do dialysis to keep their life. These people are suffering. They don't have money. They don't have job. They are not doing anything, and they have to survive. They have to survive. So if we are complaining that even ordinary food we cannot afford, what are we going to say about these people? The government needs to please do something about it. Recently I even saw a news where the government said they slashed the cost of dialysis to 12,000 naira. Only for me to find out that even the 12,000 naira is not 12,000 naira they are paying. Most of them are still paying up to 40,000 naira because you have to pay for consumables. And how much is dialysis in a private hospital? It's about 30. It's about 50,000 naira. So what's the difference between 40 and 50? Even with their slashing, so they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. We need to help Nigerians. Nigerians are dying every day like fowl. We are not fowl. We are human beings. We are human beings. Bring people outside the country that have kidney disease. Some of them you will not even know unless they volunteer the information that, oh, they have kidney disease. Compare them with our patients here. Our patients here will be looking so sick that you will, in fact, near seeing them afar off, you already know that this person is not feeling fine. Why? Normally, kidney disease is not, when you have your treatment regular, you will not know that this person is having kidney disease. That is the way it ought to be. They are feeding, they feed well, they do their regular dialysis. Some of them, many of them even work. But here in this country, no, you eat what you have, that's what you eat, because food are crazily expensive. It, not to talk of healthy diet. Healthy diet, very, very costly. We cannot even afford it. People are dying. Dialysis patients are dying. One boy, 19-year-old boy, was brought to the hospital just because the family is poor, cannot afford regular dialysis session. The boy died after the second session. The first session, they had to struggle before they could see the money. The boy had to die. The other day too, the patient they brought, just because she could not maintain dialysis. A lot of people, how many am I going to say? People are dying from the craziest things that can be afforded, things that can be prevented. That's what is killing people. If we not talk, okay, let's even leave kidney disease, move to ICU. A man had a brain injury because of accident, had a brain injury. We told them this man need ICU. They went for CT scan that used to be 35K, is now 80 to 100K. Please, how do people want how can they afford that? 80 to 100K. Now after the CT scan, they discover that there is bleeding in the brain. This person has hemorrhage. Now they want to do surgeries, they need ICU. We said, oh, ICU care. ICU, they said 3 million naira starts, and that 3 million covers just for 3 days. After that 3 days, you keep paying 500,000 naira. Who can afford that? Even in teaching hospital, I think Luth only has about maybe 40 or 42 bed space for ICU. and you have to pay 1.2 million naira. That too we cannot afford. 1.2, imagine even 40 bed space out of how many people do we have in Lagos? Maybe 16 million or more, and 40 bed space, and even the cost we cannot even afford it. So people keep dying. We have somebody that had a pulmonary embolism. No, it was DVT initially. A pizza bag, drug of 80 to 150K. This woman cannot afford, even though it is very essential. She said she cannot afford it. The next thing they kept on saying, God forbid. We say, this thing is very critical. You might die, you might develop pneumonia, but God forbid, God forbid. I can tell you that most of the reasons why Nigerians are even over religious is because they don't have money. They don't have money to pay for things, bills like this. So if you don't have money, what else do? You look for something to you get to believe in, so that you at least you know that, oh, this thing will protect you. Now the woman, 2 days after, because she could not afford the pizza van, 2 days after she developed pulmonary embolism and died. That is how we are losing people in Nigeria. Things that are preventable, we are losing people for them. Now, even God, no, this country is gone, like gone. We need to find something to do about it. The government needs to come to our aid, help Nigerians are losing their life. Everybody cannot japa. We are losing our lives. We are dying from lack of food, poverty generally. See, this country, if you are poor, you have no freedom. You have no freedom. Your life does not belong to you. In fact, you are dead until proven otherwise. Please, government, help us. We don't want to die. Help us.